Hello guys and welcome. Today I wanted to talk about Zhongli and why you should get him while you still can. There has been a lot of hate videos about Zhongli and people are just hating on this character so much because they don't know how to play him and they misunderstand this character and play him as a main DPS. He's actually one of the greatest support characters you can have, and today I will share my thoughts and my impression about him and give you guys some advice on what groups to run with Zhongli and how to play him. So let's first of all get into the trial and let me show you his abilities and how you should play him. Because I've seen a lot of people go for a main DPS Zhongli and that's just not possible with this character. Even if you look at his kit, like all his abilities are about support. Like, let's have a look. Except for his normal attacks, of course. I mean, I'm not saying you can't deal DPS with him, but he's not about DPS. Like, let's look at this ability, for example. So, if you just click one time the elemental skill and you don't hold it, you're getting like this construct that resonates with other constructs. So, it's really, really good if you have like a main DPS Ningguang, for example. And it doesn't deal that much of damage. Like, even if you look at this, like, that's not so much, right? Like, here we have like 25.6 and 51.2%. So, if you calculate that with his stats, there's actually not a lot of damage. So this serves a support function also because of the synergy and because you have this hold here. And I would like mostly focus on hold if you're playing him, because this is such an OP shield. With that you don't need a main healer. You can have like a side healer or a character that only heals a bit and is not like focused on healing, and you can even give this character a damage set and not anything that buffs the healing, because like this shield is so OP. I will demonstrate this in a moment. And if you look at his ultimate, it's actually really nice to line this up with another really high burst AoE ult, because this applies petrification to the enemy, so you CC the enemies, and if you then get in with your main DPS character and you just elemental burst that crowd, like you're gonna wreck the whole area. Like, seriously. Anyway, let's start this and let me show you how I would play Zhongli if I had him. And I'm still going for him, of course. So what you first of all do, your priority, you apply a shield, then you switch on your main character. Unfortunately, we only have Kaya, so he's our main character in this showcase. Then we switch back to another character. Then we go back to Zhongli. Now let's place the totem. Let's switch back to... Okay, I didn't want to climb, but you have to be a bit careful because sometimes you end up accidentally climbing up on that. So we are seeing now that the shield is expiring, so we use our elemental burst, we switch back, we hold it. Let's CC the crowd, let's switch back to Lisa. She has a shield, so now we can use that skill. Let's go back to Kaya. And always make sure to pick up those crystals, because they are so useful. Let's reapply the shield, because I saw it's expiring almost. Let's get back to Kaya. We have almost our elemental burst back. Let's switch back to him. Let's use this AoE. Now they're all CC'd. Let's break his shield. And make sure to always pick up those crystals. Oh my gosh, again. Oh, okay, I can actually still damage them from here. Interesting. Yeah, and don't stay too close to the totem, because you don't want to be stuck there. There we go. Switch back to Kaya. Always make sure to reapply the shield. Like, look how tanky we are. We didn't take much damage. Like, all of the characters have still pretty high damage, right? Like, you can do so many rounds with this character, it's crazy in trial. The other day I did like 5 rounds in a row and not a single character was at half the health. Oh, he despawned. Okay. That's unexpected, because he fell down. As you guys can see, he doesn't do much damage. I mean, his animations do look promising, right? It looks like pretty cool. But it's not about the damage. If I was on Childy, I would have already cleared this round easily. Let's get rid of him. Oh wow, 22k. Yeah, his elemental burst is OP. Let's do another round. I really love his support capabilities. I think he's actually really great. People are sleeping on this character. And look, he resonates even with the shields. Like, they're immediately gone. Oh, wow. He can still keep the enemies busy. It's just tanking everything. There we go. Now it's time to hold this. And if you get the hang of the timing with his cooldown of the shield, you can like infinitely last every round and you don't even take much damage. There we go. Ooh, wow. That damage right there, guys. Keep in mind he's not a main damage dealer. Now what you guys could do if you don't believe me, do test runs with other characters and see how long they can last. Like most of the time, after 2-3 test try runs, like all the characters are low HP. And look, he's just tanking everything. That's so OP. You're in for a little. There we go. But yeah, if you compare Kaya's damage, for example, and see his numbers, they're way higher than Zhongli's. Like, look at this. Like here, we have like 600, 800, right? But if we use Kaya, we deal like 200-300 more damage per hit. So that just proves that he's not a main DPS character. Let's do another run. But he keeps like everyone alive. We don't have a single healer and it's already round 3. Like, look at this. This is broken, right? Oh my gosh. But yeah, be careful, because you end up climbing on his totem thingy sometimes. There we go. Like, if I wanted to, I could do even 10 runs and I'm still alive. Because he's so OP. And you can actually shoot mobs down from those totems. I think those totems are so annoying. Okay, Kaya again for main DPS. Reapplying the shield before it expires. Elemental burst. Like, just look at that, how much he's offering for my team right now. And her elemental skin is so slow if you use the AoE one, right? And yeah, don't focus on the totem so much, focus more on the hold one. Wow. You're in for a little shock. Let's spark them. Super conduct, nice. Okay, I could do another run, but I'm not going to because we already saw how OP he is, right? Like, look at this. We did like, how many runs did we do? Like 4 runs here now. And look, not a single character is like super low HP. I mean, I did mess up earlier, right? And he did took some damage because I didn't keep my shield up because I still need to get used to it. But as you guys can see, he's like crazy tanky. And not just he is tanky, but he keeps the team tanky. By the way, let me show you guys something extremely broken. So if you are running Zhongli in your team as a support, you don't even need a single healer because of his shields. And there's actually a way to still heal your characters, like if you do take some damage like we did when we make like a little mistake and the shield goes away, or we're like 1-2 seconds late and we get like a hit in between, right? So if you're running Ningguang, not only do you get like a crazy resonance, the geo resonance, what is actually quite OP, let me show you that. So if you have like 2 Geo characters in the team, when you are protected by a shield, what we are permanently with Zhongli, our attack damage is increased by 15%. And since this is attack damage, oof, this is gonna scale pretty high if you have like a good base attack damage. And let me show you a really broken build. So if you have like Ningguang and you equip her with like a certain special weapon that can be crafted called the Prototype Malice, like Ningguang can become your not only your support DPS but also your main healer without having a healer if she's using Prototype Malice. This together with Zhongli's shield makes your team immortal without a healer. Because each time you're using an elemental burst, and this is actually quite up with the Jade screen, quite often up, you're gonna get 4% of the HP regenerated every 2 seconds. So you're getting like multiple ticks by that. Basically, we have 6 seconds. So you're getting 3 healing ticks of 4% HP. So this is 12% HP back. And you guys saw earlier in the trial rounds, like in the test rounds, how we actually didn't lose much health each round, right? And we had our elemental burst up multiple times. Now imagine I would have had this Ningguang here with the Prototype Malice in the group with Zhongli earlier. We would have been immortal and we could have done even 10 plus rounds there and nothing would have happened and we didn't even use a single real healer, right? Like this was OP. Let me quickly demonstrate her healing with that Prototype Malice on some mobs. Okay, I must take a bit of damage. Okay, damage me. I need damage! Hit me! Okay, I got hit, nice. Let me show you now. Look, I lost a bit of health. Now I'm using my elemental burst. And now I'm going away. And I got so much health back, look at this. I out-healed already half the damage. Now imagine I was like constantly shielded. And I elemental burst. I would become immortal, like literally. Anyway, they're annoying. Let me get rid of them. Oh dude, you're annoying. Of course this is gonna hurt, because this is my freaking OP childy. But yeah, it's really good to run Ningguang with Zhongli, especially if you're using the Prototype Malice. Because you can infinitely heal yourself under the shield for just using her. And look, it's almost back. Look, you can like infinitely spam her elemental burst with Prototype Malice. So if you run a Prototype Malice Ningguang with Zhongli, you can make an immortal team full of DPS characters. Like he's the support and you run 2 DPS characters. That's basically what you can do with Zhongli. Like he definitely offers like new playstyles and team compositions you didn't have the chance to form before. So I would so go for him. He's definitely worth it. And the cool thing about him is he's also free to play friendly. So you don't need like those constellations to make him good, because his constellations, they're good to have, but they're not buffing him by that crazy much. Like even if you can put down like 2 of those totems, like those constructs, they don't gonna increase your DPS by that much. And the shield already on C0 is quite strong, so you have to reapply it anyway every couple of seconds. But he's just such a good support carry for the whole team. Like you can go so aggressive with him and focus more on DPS and worry less about constantly healing, because he just makes everyone so freaking tanky. And he's definitely worth getting in my opinion. And if you have like a Ningguang, try to team them up. Try to get her the Prototype Malice. It's a craftable weapon. You just need the weapon material. And if you refine it a couple of times, the healing will actually be way stronger. Like try to refine the Prototype Malice if you can. Give your Ningguang a maybe rank 3 or rank 4 Prototype Malice, and you're just gonna have infinite healing and constantly your elemental burst back. And wow. And even if you don't run a second Geo character and you don't get the resonance for the attack damage, or you don't get that healing, you can still go for like Diona, Bennett, and you could even run like Bennett and Diluc with Zhongli and for example Chongyun. I mean, Bennett can do the healing already, so yeah, it's a really good character. I would definitely go for it, and I'm still going for it. And wish me luck pulling him. And guys, please don't forget to subscribe. There will be more Genshin Impact videos coming. I'm also live streaming recently Genshin Impact quite often, so make sure not to miss the live streams. And please don't forget to like this video, and I will see you guys next time.